People say you have to have a lot of passion for what you're doing, and it's totally true. And the reason is because it's so hard that if you don't, any rational person would give up. It's really hard, and you have to do it over a sustained period of time. So if you don't love it, if you're not having fun doing it, and you don't really love it, you're going to give up. And that's what happens to most people, actually. If you really look at the ones that ended up being successful, unquote, in the eyes of society and the ones that didn't, oftentimes it's the ones that are successful loved what they did so they could persevere when it got really tough. And the ones that didn't love it quit because they're sane, right? Who would want to put up with this stuff if you don't love it? So it's a lot of hard work, and it's a lot of worrying constantly. And if you don't love it, you're going to fail. So you got to love it. You got to have passion.
Keep trying different things. It's okay to not know 100% what you're passionate about. It's not a crime to be in a job that you're not 100% in love with, but there are things that you can do. All right, don't be a victim. That's the thing that drives me crazy when I talk to people and they're like, yeah, but I'm like, yo, if you really want it, if you get to the point where it's more uncomfortable being where you are, you will figure it out. But a lot of times we get stuck in these ruts. We let other people's perception of what they think we should do for ourselves sort of decide what we do, and this is crazy. It's absolutely nuts, guys. Life is way too short to be living without passion. And for a career, if you're in a place where you're just not 100% happy, there is absolutely no better time than right now to try and figure it out. Because you're amazing and you deserve it.
Passion is not a job, a sport, or a hobby. It is the full force of your attention and energy that you give to whatever's right in front of you. And if you're so busy looking for this passion, you could miss opportunities that change your life. You could also miss out on great love, because that's what happens when you have tunnel vision, trying to find the one. We all think we know the kind of person we are and the kind of person we could love, but sometimes we're wrong, blissfully wrong. And sometimes you don't know what you're going to do next, right? I mean, I don't. I love not knowing what I'm going to be doing 5 years from now or what I'll be into. And that's okay. It's okay not to know. You know why? Because the most fulfilling relationships, the most fulfilling careers are those that still have the power to surprise you. And as for the things you know you want to do, you want to write a book, you want to start a business, you want to change careers, great. But if you're sitting around waiting for passion to show up and take you there, you're going to be waiting a long time. So don't wait. Instead, spend your time and attention solving your favorite problems. Look for problems that need solving. Be useful, generous. People will thank you and hug you and pay you for it. And that's where passion is, where your energy and effort meet someone else's need. That's when you realize passion lives in realizing, what you have to contribute. Why do you think when you ask people what they're passionate about, they say helping other people? So don't wait. Listen to my mother. Just start doing. Because to live a life full of meaning and value, you don't follow your passion. Your passion follows you.
Sometimes things in life can temporarily block you from believing. But one word will always stand. That word is believe.
I want you to know today that anything is possible.
You should not wait for someone else's opinion to decide who you are. It's nice if somebody is supportive of you and embracive of you. It should not be healed because somebody else likes you. It should be healed because you believe something good about yourself. So what the other person thinks of you should not matter as much. Focus on yourself, on improving yourself, of being a good person yourself. Focus on you liking yourself. Do you like who you are? Be the best that you can be and do not try to be like anyone else.
Patience.
Be patient.
Stay patient.
Patience. Be patient.
Patience.
Be patient.
Patience.
Hello, Believe Nation. Today we're going to talk about how you can be patient. And as always, if you hear something that really resonates with you, please leave it in the comments below and put quotes around it so other people can be inspired as well. Enjoy.
My advice is just do things that are true to you. Most things that I'm involved with are extension of being creative. Rockaway is a clothing company. It's part of who you are, and hip hop is your attitude and what you're trying to express, how you dress. I love sports growing up. I grew up in a household where sports was on 24/7. So these are all things that are comfortable for me. These are things that I like. So I would just say get involved in things that you love, and also have a standard for yourself and have some sort of integrity, and try to, find some sort of truth in what you're doing.
Well, my life is a class, if I was to say. It probably teaches that you can be yourself and an individual if you are comfortable with not everybody liking you or how you think. If you're comfortable with going against the grain, if you're comfortable with, people making fun or saying really nasty stuff, if you're comfortable with all of that, you can be yourself. That's the price. The price of being yourself is, other people's angst about you being yourself.
I don't think you determine what your purpose is. I think you discover what your purpose is. There's a difference. Determining indicates deciding. And I don't think you decide. I think if you go about it the right way, you discover it. Like there's some people that should be painting all day. They're great artists. I think Michelangelo was obviously a great artist, a great sculptor. I mean, that was his purpose in his life. Well, I believe my purpose is doing what I'm doing. Your purpose is why you get out of bed in the morning. Do you know why you get up? Well, most people say, well, it's to go to work. Well, that'd be a good reason to stay in bed. You say, well, everybody's doing it. That'd be another reason to stay in bed. If you're ever doing what everybody's doing, you're probably going in the wrong direction. Your purpose is your reason for living. What you want to do is sit down and maybe take a pen and a pad and then ask yourself, what do I really love doing? Now, you may have to spend a while at this. You might get up an hour early every morning and go sit under a tree somewhere if you're in a nice climate, or pick a favorite chair, someplace where you're not going to be disturbed, and totally relax and say, if I could spend my life doing something, what do I really love doing? Now, since you don't ask yourself that question every day, it might take a while for the answer to come to the surface. But it comes to your consciousness. And it may take a while. You may have to do this every morning for 3 months. But it would be well invested, the time.
What you think of me is none of my business. Think of the amount of time that is wasted on negative energy, wondering what other people think of you. What they think of you really doesn't make any difference. It's what you think of you that makes a difference. So, as you go through the day, don't worry about what other people think of you. Just say, I'm all right. I'm God's highest form of creation.
See this line?
Choose anything. It doesn't even matter. Just choose anything. Just choose one thing to move toward, and then the path, and then just go with the path, and you'll end up somewhere. If you stand here trying to decide what to do, you'll still be here.
People today complain of lack of time.
Something
it's not
you
lack
kind
of
of
time
like,
that's the problem. It's the
and then start
lack
moving
of
toward it, and
direction.
you'll find that the course and path of life.
Are you wandering generality?
Nobody cares.
Or are you a meaningful?
Nobody cares about you. They don't care about your thoughts.
Are you going to work
they don't care about your
tomorrow because
ideas.
that's what you did
They don't care about what you have to say, what you
If
did
that's the
yesterday,
reason you're going
or anything.
tomorrow,
They
you
do
won't
not
be
give a
as
shit.
good tomorrow as you were yesterday because you're 2 days
And
older
from there, can you make
and
them care?
closer to the goal
The road to success is through commitment and through the strength to drive through that commitment when it gets hard. And it is going to get hard, and you're going to want to quit sometimes, but it'll be colored by who you are and more who you want to be.
For success, he's endowed with the seeds of greatness, and the greatest danger we as human beings have is